5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results.
That sounds inappropriate. That was just meant to be clapping, but I haven't got both hands to clap right now. Because it's 100. 100. Sant. Sept. What is now? It's 100. 100 days in a row. Wow. Been 100 days since December 23rd, I want to say, whenever I said I'd do this every single day for however long. Don't know how long. And here we are, 100 days later. Not missed a day. Put a day. Feels good. Now I can start bringing it up because the next threshold, the next little big number we get to, that ain't going to be till 200. I mean, 150 is a good number. 200. You could argue the next big number is not even till 500. But that feels so far away that I don't even want to say that. Mood's low, though. Mood low. Welcome back, but mood's low. It's hard to do these straight after football. I'll tell you that for free, mate. Well, this season it's hard to do that straight after football because we lose every game. Just lost 2-0 at home to Aston Villa. God, and so when I get back to London, I'm planning on doing a lot more Chelsea shifts, trying to get my work ethic back up, right? And I'm just like, fucking hell. When you work a shift at Stamford Bridge and Chelsea lose, obviously not everyone who works there is a Chelsea fan. So you got that to deal with. You always get the smug people, the fucking little rats, little urchins, just there to make a quick buck. You don't really like Chelsea. They see themselves more as like bad luck charms, just being around the ground or whatever. You hate that, and I'm just silently sitting there listening to them chat away, thinking, "Oh, you're probably an Arsenal fan, aren't you?" Yep, you are. You're fucking loving life. And then after the game, sorry, runny nose, because that worked. I think it's not even because I have a cold. I barely left. Right, I'm so certain it's because the other day at work, I was feeling ill anyway, very lightheaded. Not ill. I just didn't drink any water. I don't drink enough, so I got bad skin, and I just forget to drink sometimes because my body doesn't tell me to. I've got sore throat as well for something. I keep voice cracking more than usual. My body doesn't tell me to drink, I feel like, as much as the normal average person. Like, I'll get to like 6 p.m. in the evening and be like, wait, I haven't drunk anything today. I'll go for piss. It looks like fucking radioactive sludge. It's bright, it's bright, whatever. I'm like, fine. Oh, yeah, I need to drink. So, like, I forgot to tell myself to drink. I went into the shift, and this shift was even later. It was at, like, 7 or something. Oh, no, I think it was at 5, but I forgot to drink. And I worked a couple of hours, felt fine. And all of a sudden, a wave just overcame me. And I can usually sense when it's about to happen. It happens to me a lot. Like, my whole body will start to get quite hot. And then within 5 minutes of that, like, my vision's going all, like, kind of blurry in one eye. Kind of like pinholes, gets a bit black. I don't faint or anything, but I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I start walking around like a drunk man. Like, people probably see me and they're like, what's he doing, mate? Because I'm just like, niggas, water ball. I'm like in the bathroom, and like head in between my legs. I'm just like a mess. But that day at work, oh my God, whatever they were cooking in the kitchen didn't help, because like it was an assortment of different smells, making different things. It was all combined and making me feel just gross. I was like washing up these bowls. And every single time I'd like spray the water in it, like intense fucking, I don't know what it was. Let's just say paprika, because that's probably what it was. It wasn't anything insane. Straight up the nostrils. And like I was sneezing up a storm. I was like doing lines of coke in there. I was just like, oh, it was a nightmare. And I feel like that's given me a cold. Like it's like, it's tickled something up there, and now the stream won't stop. So sorry, I got that going on right now. Voice crack again. Football just don't help with the moods. I can't remember what I was saying. I was saying something else, and I went on a tangent that led to a tangent within the tangent. It was sort of like tangentception, dream in a dream type thing, and then I just forgot what the first dream was. I remembered back to the second dream, can't remember the first dream. But I remember this is 100, and I know the mood's down because of football, and it's hard, man. It's hard to keep it up. And, God, I just feel like, the phrase is so true. I love it. I know you shouldn't have negative phrases up on your walls. It's meant to be stuff like the cat hanging there, whatever. Which, by the way, what do you mean hang? Like that cat can only hold on for so long. Cats they got decent upper body strength. I've seen them hold on for pretty long. But what do you mean hang in there? For what to happen? What about pull yourself up? Wouldn't that be a better phrase? Hang in there. What? Just keep doing what you do. That's just false information. Hang in there. It's a cat, you know. That nothing's gonna come save it. He's not got a phone. He can't call someone. No one's gonna pull him up, and he's either fall or hold on and fall 10 seconds later. So this whole hang in there sort of. I just can't help but notice that I have no eyebrows at the best of times, but when I have to use like a light because it's late, it only exaggerates the fact that I really do have minimal eyebrows. Basically that's just poor advice. Hang in there. How about just pull yourself up, mate, or like, you know, call for help or something. I know you shouldn't have negative phrases up on your wall, but I love the phrase when it rains it pours because it's so fucking true. And in sport, it's like it's never like, oh, things going wrong for Chelsea, but at least they're also going wrong for Arsenal or something, and like our rivals of Tottenham and stuff. I mean, it is going wrong for Tottenham as well, but it's always going wrong for Tottenham. Or, you know, it's always everything I want to happen in sport. It's all going wrong all across the board. To be fair, I've been getting quite good at betting, I can't lie. But in terms of actual like results that want to happen, Arsenal keep winning, Chelsea keep losing. Okay, so that nothing's going on in the football world. You turn across to Formula One. That's meant to be my kind of what's the word? My like escape when football is just like football's my true love. Football. And my number one. I always want to remind that football is my number one, always will be my number one. But, you know, I got my little side piece on the side, which is F1, which keeps me entertained on the other days, every other week. You know, it's there for me. And it's something a bit different. It's very different to football. Obviously, it's a completely different feeling. It's sort of, this is like me telling the first girlfriend, but yeah, you know, she just offers something else. It's a completely different vibe. No, I'm not. You know, that's just that's not me. That actually reminds me of something else I saw today. But it's like, okay, what do I want to happen in F1? Well, I don't really want Verstappen to just keep winning. I'd like Hamilton to out-qualify Russell and do well. I'd like McLaren to finally pick up. None of those things are the case. So, yeah, Russell out-qualified Hamilton, Verstappen's on pole, and the McLarens are still shit. So, there you go there. And, you know, but who knows? I woke up early for the qualifying today and then went back to bed because I realised I'm an hour ahead. So, like, it's on 6 in the morning BST, but I'm in French time. So, it's actually not 7. So, I got up at 6 for nothing. And I thought, I can't sleep now and wake up at 7 again. I'll just be extra fucked. I don't want to just wait here for an hour. And then it turns out there's a red flag earlier as well, which would have pissed me off. So, I just thought, I'm just going to watch the highlights later on YouTube. I ended up doing that. And I got gassed when I saw Hamilton go on pole. I didn't think he'd keep it, but I just thought, okay, well, he's out qualifying Russell this week and it's going to be decent. But 2 Mercedes in the top 3, 1 on the front row. They'll be happy with that. Toto's acting smug as fuck. Just how fast the night changes. That reminds me now of seeing Liam Payne got that face surgery. Just for no reason. You know when people just get surgeries for no reason? Like when I see Simon Cowell do it, I'm like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, man. You didn't need to do that. But I'm like, he was getting older. You know, I get why people do it. And I know you can put stuff down to people having poor self-image. Everyone's self-conscious. Everyone has things they're insecure about. Of course they do. I have an extremely dry scalp, an extremely skinny frame, lanky frame, quite tall, very poor skin, teeth chipped at the front. Anything else? I mean, that's quite a lot of things. I don't know why I need to think of more. I'm not really that self-conscious about that. No, I would say that's mainly it. I would say those are the main ones. Where was I going with this? I just beat myself up on the camera. Okay. Oh yeah. Everyone's self-conscious. Everyone's got things, right? Every single person. And if you don't, it's less about if you're perceived as good looking or not. It's more just about your own self-confidence. You could be decided by the world, the majority of the world, a 4 out of 10, but you might have 0 insecurities because you just got this huge ego and this huge confidence by yourself, whatever you want to call it. Arrogance, confidence, huge ego, whatever you want to call it, where you just love yourself, and you might be a 10 out of 10, and just look at yourself and be like, not like your outie belly button, and I'm never going out shirtless, So like, I get that whole thing, but just when people like Liam Payne, it's like, you're just a normal looking bloke, mate. You're not particularly old. It's not like you've got double. You're just a normal looking guy. You don't know why you feel like you need. So it's kind of like if Timothy Chalamet got like a hair transplant, and you're just sitting there thinking, well, Timmy, you're 26, so you're not exactly, that old. Obviously, people can go bald at like 19, but you're 26. You're kind of known for having like the best head of hair in Hollywood, mate. You got a hair transplant. It's just sort of like, why? But yeah, he's got that. He's got like fat, I think, basically sucked out of his face, which essentially makes his jaw look bigger, or he got like stuff put into his face to make his jaw look bigger and more defined or something. And it's like sure, all power to you, but it's just like, if you're getting that kind of stuff done at not a particularly old age, when you don't particularly need anything done, it's like just getting something fixed that's not really broken. And I guess it's all like your perception, but it's like when you're doing stuff like that, you're probably not going to just do that and then like move on with your life. Like if you're doing that because you've got poor self-image, you're probably going to keep just non-stop doing things. Like it's going to like build on top of each other, which is obviously a slippery slope. These things aren't usually reversible. But yeah, I saw that. I also saw, when I was talking about the whole analogy with a girl and then having a side thing, which is my Chelsea and Formula One. Chelsea's not a girl, that's the football club on my hair. Saw a TikTok. It's like, you see, I hate sometimes, and I know I'm doing one right now, but you just hate podcasts when you see clips of certain ones that are just really like people who talk about like their sex life in like intense detail. Like it's like if you've like searched for that and you like it, it's like, oh, this is enjoyable, I like this. When it just shows up on your feed, you're just like, I didn't really ask. It's like, I like it when they tickle my my bum holy and stick it, and you really got to do it right if you want to get the. And it's like, everyone, you're not some guru here. You just, I don't know. Those ones I always just think these are so weird because it's so niche and specific to you, but you're talking like it's like a general fact. And this other one was like, it was like a female podcast, or it's like she was interviewed and she was talking about how like in the modern day, if you like want me, if you want to date me, you've got to bring so much to the table. You can't just bring this, and you can't just bring good vibes, good energy. You can't just be, you got to bring money, and you got to be able to bring not just money for things I can already provide to myself, but things I couldn't without you. And it's just like, God, man, it's just hard work. It's hard fucking work, man. Like, my parents will go on about stuff all the time. Are you ever gonna bring me, grandchildren? I've got an older sibling, hasn't got kids or nothing. It's just like, I knew my kid's gonna bring me grandchildren, and it's like, fucking look at the state of the. People want to talk about fucking on their podcast. People love to talk about that. People want to talk about the fucking what's it called? Financial crisis in the UK. What's that shit called? We're in a. Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. People want to go on about the fucking state of the economy, a fucking cost of living crisis. Have you seen the fucking state of the fucking scene in general, fucking society, man? Like, what do you want from me? It's like you go out there, right? You're like, oh, I need a job. You can't get this job if you ain't got experience. Well, how am I going to get the experience to get a job, but I can't get any jobs? That whole circle, and you're just like sitting there just thinking, fuck. It's like walking into a room, right, sitting down, then being, for an interview. What credentials do I need? Is to work as like a. It's like to work in the Krabby Patties like a fry cook. They're like, okay, well, you need your aerospace degree, you need your fucking astronaut training, you need your fucking. It's like, well, I thought I was just, you know what I mean? Like this whole it's like, oh my God, it's just like, and it's like, fair play to you. If that's what you what you think you need, right? I'm not saying, change what you, sure, because ultimately you're not forcing. You're just saying that's what I want. If you don't want to give me that, it's fine. You can just go on. But the people who will. But I'm just like, fucking hell. Why is it just so much effort? Why is the stage so high? You know what I mean? It's like, when they say a pet's not just for Christmas, right? Because you got to pay, insurance and stuff. You got to get food for it and shit. It's like, why can't things just be simpler though? Like, we just make up all this bullshit for us that, like, I don't even know what I'm really complaining about now at this point. But she was just sitting there talking. I just thought, I didn't really think I didn't think of anything in a negative way and just think, were you to say that? You think you're anything that special? I more just sat back in my chair and just thought, the clip of Rory Keane where, like, they're picking a best combined 11 between Liverpool and United or something, and then Gary Neville or Carragher makes a decision he doesn't agree with, and he just sits back in the chair and he's like, no, really, no. That's how I felt. I was just like watching it and just thought, Christ, really? It's just it's a long day. It's a long day, man. Like, I shouldn't have to pay. It feels like I'm paying like a monthly subscription service just for a companion. Fucking hell. I'll stick on my lonesome for now. Honestly, it's cheaper, and I'm not exactly made of money. I'm currently sitting in Marseille, not because I'm made of money, actually because the exact opposite. Don't know why I keep doing this. Yeah, this was 100. I actually think this was a decent one. That was all right. We found a decent little flow state there. Decent little run of form. Actually might write down some. Fucking hell. That was very. That wasn't just me being gross. That was a reference there. What film is that from? A certain actor does it. I don't know if other people remember him doing it that much. And no one's gonna. It's in Moneyball. One might ask how people give a fuck. What's it called? What's his name? Not Louis, not Liam Payne. Liam, in case you want to make some clips, I should be clipping stuff more. Liam Payne, Chat, and then Girl Wants Shit. Chat, just put it out there. It's not exactly clickbaitable titles, but it's just something to fucking do. This was 100. 101 feels like a good number. I don't know why. It just does. I say this for every single number, as if numbers are anything but just numbers. Seeing 101.
With the kids, and I have like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. Like,